Your phone is not listening to your conversations. It's doing something far more invasive. It's predicting what you're going to want before you even know you want it. And by the time you see that ad, that notification, that limited time offer, the decision to buy has already been made for you. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how your phone manipulates your spending and how to take back control. Let me paint a picture. You're lying in bed at night. You're scrolling. You're tired. You're not even looking for anything specific. And then it appears. That jacket, those headphones, that course that promises to change your life. You tap. You buy. You wake up the next morning and you think, why did I even want that? Sound familiar? You check your credit card statement and there's charges you barely remember making. You tell yourself you'll be more careful next month. But next month comes and the same thing happens. You feel like your money just evaporates. You make decent income, but somehow you're always behind. You wonder where it all goes. 73% of Americans admit to making purchases they regret at least once a month. And most of them made those purchases on their phones. Late at night, when they were tired, when their guard was down. This isn't coincidence. This is by design. If that alone made you realize something's off, hit subscribe and drop a like. Not because the algorithm told you to, but because understanding how the algorithm works is the first step to beating it. I'm Santos, and here we expose the money games being played against you. But here's what changes everything. Your phone isn't reacting to what you want. It's creating want that didn't exist before. The tech industry has a term for this. They call it predictive consumer engagement. That's the polite term. What it really means is they know you're going to buy something before you've even thought about buying it. And they're engineering the exact moment to put it in front of you. Let me show you how this works. There are 5 systems running on your phone right now designed to separate you from your money. System number 1, behavioral data harvesting. Every single thing you do on your phone is being tracked and analyzed. Not just what you click on, not just what you buy, everything. How long you pause on a photo, what time of day you scroll most, which direction you swipe first, how fast you type when you're excited versus when you're bored. A single smartphone generates approximately 11 megabytes of behavioral data per day. That doesn't sound like much until you realize that's pure behavioral signal. No photos, no videos, just data about your patterns, your habits, your vulnerabilities. This data is combined across apps, sold between companies, fed into machine learning models. The result is a psychological profile of you that knows things about your behavior you don't consciously know about yourself. They know you spend more on Thursdays than Mondays. They know you're more impulsive between 9 and 11 p.m. They know your resistance drops after you've been on social media for 18 minutes. You've never told anyone these things, but your phone knows. System number 2, emotional state prediction. Here's where it gets unsettling. Modern AI doesn't just track what you do, it predicts how you feel. Based on your scrolling speed, typing patterns, app switching behavior, and dozens of other signals, algorithms can estimate your current emotional state with disturbing accuracy. Are you stressed, bored, lonely, anxious? Each emotional state has a different spending profile. Stressed buyers want comfort items. Bored buyers want novelty. Lonely buyers want connection, which is why dating apps and social platforms spike their ads during detected loneliness windows. A study from Columbia University found that AI systems could predict impulsive behavior windows with 78% accuracy using nothing but smartphone interaction patterns. Your phone knows you're about to make a bad decision before you do, and it's designed to put the option in front of you at exactly that moment. System number 3, dynamic pricing manipulation. The price you see is not the price everyone sees. This is called dynamic pricing or personalized pricing. Based on your profile, your location, your purchase history, and yes, your predicted emotional state, prices can change in real time. Ever notice how that flight was one price when you first looked, then higher when you went back? That's not supply and demand. That's your browser telling the airline you're interested. Amazon changes prices an average of 2.5 million times per day. 2.5 million. They're not doing that randomly. They're doing it based on what they know about individual users. If their system detects high intent to purchase and low price sensitivity in your profile, you see a higher price. If you're a hesitant buyer, you might see a discount. Same product, different people, different prices, and you'll never know what someone else paid. System number 4. Dark patterns in user experience. Dark patterns are design choices specifically created to manipulate you into actions you wouldn't otherwise take. That button that says, "Not now," instead of "No, thanks." Dark pattern, making you to go through 5 screens to unsubscribe but only 1 to sign up. Dark pattern, showing a countdown timer that resets when you refresh. Dark pattern. The entire user experience of most shopping apps is engineered by teams of behavioral psychologists and conversion optimization specialists whose only job is to reduce friction between you and your money. The confirmation screens are designed to be easy to skip. The unsubscribe buttons are designed to be hard to find. The checkout flow is designed to feel inevitable. One researcher called it a casino on your couch. And just like a casino, the house always wins, unless you know the game. System number 5. Artificial urgency engineering. Only 3 left in stock. Sale ends in 2 hours. 57 other people are looking at this right now. These messages trigger what psychologists call loss aversion. We're hardwired to fear missing out more than we desire gaining something. So when your phone tells you something is scarce or time-limited, your rational brain shuts down and your survival brain takes over. Here's the truth. Most of those scarcity indicators are completely fake. That countdown timer? It resets for every user. Those 3 items left? There might be 3,000 in the warehouse. Those 57 people looking right now? That number is often randomly generated. A federal investigation found that over 60% of urgency messaging on major e-commerce platforms was either misleading or outright false. But it works. Urgency messaging increases conversion rates by 332% on average. They're not going to stop using it because you feel manipulated. They're going to keep using it because it works. Here's where the shift happens. Let me tell you about the change that occurs when you actually understand this. Before you know this, every notification feels like an opportunity. Every sale feels like a chance to save money. Every recommendation feels personalized and helpful. You trust your phone. You trust that the deals are real. You trust that if you're seeing something, it's because it's relevant to you. You spend without thinking because thinking feels unnecessary. The app already did the thinking for you. You check your accounts at the end of the month and wonder where everything went. You feel guilty, but you don't know why. You promise to do better, but nothing changes. After you understand this, everything looks different. That notification isn't an opportunity. It's an interruption designed to trigger impulsive behavior. That sale isn't saving you money. If you weren't going to buy it anyway, any amount spent is money lost. That personalized recommendation isn't helpful. It's a targeted psychological operation using your own behavioral data against you. You start to see the manipulation, the fake urgency, the emotional targeting, the dark patterns. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. The spell breaks. You become the observer instead of the target. You stop reacting and start deciding. That's the difference between financial control and financial chaos. Awareness. Let me give you a concrete example. Say you're Alex, 29 years old, 9 years. Makes good money, but somehow always feels behind. Alex's typical night looks like this. Gets home from work, tired, eats dinner while scrolling Instagram, sees an ad for noise-canceling headphones, thinks, "I could use those," opens Amazon to check reviews, gets a notification that there's a lightning deal on a similar product, only 2 hours left. Alex buys them, gets to checkout. Amazon suggests a headphone stand, only $14. Alex adds it, free shipping over $35. Alex finds something else to hit the threshold, final total, $187. Alex went from zero intent to purchase to nearly $200 spent in 11 minutes. Without the system, Alex sees the Instagram ad, thinks, "I could use those," then thinks, "Wait, let me check if I actually need this." Opens a note on the phone, writes down headphones ? Closes Instagram, checks the note 3 days later, realizes the current headphones work fine, deletes the note, $0 spent, same person, same ad, same product, completely different outcome. The only difference is awareness and a simple friction system. So, how do you actually protect yourself? I know this might feel overwhelming, but let me break it down into steps you can start today. Step 1. Install friction. Make it harder to buy things impulsively. Delete saved payment information from apps. Turn off one-click purchasing. Create a 48-hour rule. If you want something, write it down. If you still want it 48 hours later, then consider buying it. Most impulse purchases fail the 48-hour test. Step 2. Control your environment. Turn off all shopping app notifications, every single one. Set your phone to grayscale mode after 8 p.m. This removes the visual triggers that apps use to grab attention. Uninstall apps you don't actively need. If you need to shop, use a browser. The extra friction matters. Step 3. Recognize emotional triggers. Before you buy anything, pause and ask yourself 3 questions. Was I looking for this, or did it find me? How am I feeling right now? Would I drive to a store to buy this? If the answer to any of these makes you hesitate, that hesitation is information. Listen to it. Step 4. Create spending awareness. Check your subscriptions once a month. The average American pays for subscriptions they've forgotten about worth over $200 annually. Use a spending tracker, not to budget, just to see. Awareness alone changes behavior. Review your purchases weekly, not with judgment, just with curiosity. Look for patterns. Step 5. Protect your data. Use private browsing for shopping. Clear your cookies regularly. Limit ad tracking in your phone settings. The less they know about you, the harder it is to target you. Here's the reality. There are billion-dollar companies employing thousands of the smartest engineers and psychologists on the planet. Their entire job is to figure out how to get money out of your pocket. They have your data, they have your patterns. They have AI working 24/7 to find your weak spots. But now you know how the game works. Every time you pause before buying, you win. Every time you recognize a dark pattern, you win. Every time you choose when and how to spend instead of reacting to a notification, you take back control. Your phone is a tool. It should work for you, not the other way around. If this video showed you something you didn't know was happening, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Every week, I break down the money games being played against everyday people and show you how to win. Drop a comment and tell me, what's the most manipulative app on your phone? I read every comment and I want to know what you're dealing with. I'm Santos. Stay aware, stay in control, and I'll see you in the next one.